Hello there, YouTube. We're doing training today. I was thinking to myself, if I can do custom puzzles at the lowest rating and just include the puzzles that I've got wrong, that should go towards building the foundation before going on to the harder puzzles. So I'm thinking if I can do 20 puzzles without getting any wrong, I can then move up a stage. What's the smallest increment? Just like 15. I might go up 100 at a time. I might go to 1,000 if possible. There we go. I'll probably do 5 to 1,000 each time, and I'll just keep going up 100 each time I'm able to do 20 in a row. So puzzles I missed, start, let's do 20. White to move, I can't check with the knight, but I can go hither. Just fun and games. I'm marking on a bit of paper each one I do. I think I tried to count last time and I kept losing count, which wasn't too clever. Black to move, good stuff. I shouldn't be surprised at getting these correct. I should, in theory, expect to get them correct. Black to move, okay. So it says there a pin, and I was just looking to exchange rooks, to be honest with you. But I'm under the pin. So my knight is pinned. Interesting. I can't even attack that bishop with my pawn because it still takes my knight. So do I just move the rook to... No, I can't even move the rook to attack the bishop because the bishop still takes my knight. And this is a rating of 400 difficulty. Liars. Let's have a look. Let's take a look. How do I keep my... So if I take the rook with the rook, he takes my knight. I then attack the bishop with my rook. Is that it? Oh, that's terrible. How can I... See, this is why we should do these, the easy ones. Because I'm clearly missing something. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's 3 down. Black to move. Let's have a look. My knight is pinned, and so I can trap the bishop. I assume that's what I'm meant to be doing here. And we take. And there's more. Let's just take. Fantastic. Black to move. I'm forking these knights. Oh, these rooks, sorry. So do I take... Oh, this is interesting. Because my rook is actually being attacked by the knight. Okay. So, how do we work this? Rook takes rook. Because when he takes back, I can take back again with the knight. Fantastic. I can see me getting that wrong in the past. That's 5 down. These pin ones really got me, didn't they? So we have... At times like this, what I would normally do is move my king. to h7, but something tells me that that might not be the solution. Because the queen then goes to... So king goes to h7, but queen goes to... Actually, no. If king goes to h7 and then the bishop takes the pawn. Check. Yeah, it's not. No. I was going to think dark squared bishop to e5, protecting the pawn, but that's not the one because the rook takes it. So we have an interesting position. How do we do this? How do we do this? King to h8? No. I don't like how there's two rooks waiting to pounce as well. Or I was thinking if this pawn to g6, that just hangs the knight, hangs the rook, sorry. Difficulty 400. Lies, I tell you. I can't even imagine the solution. Let's have a look. Queen to f2. Maybe it's a check I need to deliver. And then king to h1. Check with the queen, then mate with the rook. Wow. I don't know if that was a 400 rated puzzle, to be honest with you. If that's what 400 are meant to know these days. Well, once you see it, I guess. The solution's easy. It's one of those where the solution is easy, but seeing that was the solution was the harder part. White to move. What do we have? White to move. We've got a bunch of mates. There we go. Okay. I can live with that. We're getting onto a good roll here. Passed pawn. Not my favourite. I'm always told to train this when I finish a blitz game. Black to move. So we've got a fork with the pawn. The pawn takes pawn. That's no good to anyone. King takes pawn. King takes pawn to eventually do what? I don't see any benefit to that. I think it's king takes pawn, so eventually we can get our g pawn to g4 and then the rook across to h2. Unless it's pawn to g4, check, pawn takes pawn, and then my f pawn takes on g4, check, king has to go to h4, and then the rook comes across for check, mate. I think that's the only forcing way to go about it. Because I think if the king takes the pawn straight away, the knight can... the knights can take the f5 pawn. Yeah, that's right. And when you try and deliver check with the G pawn, the king's got the escape square at H4 and then G5. That looks about right. That one was a toughie. That's 8. Next. So I've got to do 20. Crikey. Okay. Black to move. I'm being queen is attacked twice, defended once. Doesn't look like any check action other than queen to E3, but then gets taken. So what I can do is take the rook with the queen. Fantastic. Right, we are having a field day here, guys. White to move. That must be queen to A5. Then the king goes to the only available square, which is B7. Then queen goes to B6. And that is mate. We are cooking on gas. That's 10 down. Right, another 10. We get to progress. Passed pawn. I don't know. But it does look like a... I don't know why this is a passed pawn puzzle and not a back rank. Passed pawns. Interesting. Hopefully someone knows and perhaps they can let me know. Black to move. What do we have? We have... Interesting. We've got a check and then a mate. Ah, okay, we'll take that. And then we'll mate. Fabulous. Next up, we have got queen takes pawn and then back rank. So this is passed pawn again. It feels like a back rank mate. I may have to Google passed pawn. Let's have a look. Black to move. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Here we are. We are on a great run. Okay, white to move. White to move. So we have... I was thinking the G pawn. Obviously to move 2 squares, check. Then the king has to go to H4, then rook to H6. Let's wait. Oh. That's not what I thought. But still, I guess I can just have a similar scenario. I got it. I solved it, but not the way I thought I was going to. Next up, right, so 5 more. 5 more and we go to the next level. Good stuff. Where are we? White to move. I've got a check. D1, then bishop to C6. Surely. After I take him. No pressure, but there is 4 more to go. We have the usual I wish I'd see some of this in my games. But everyone always creates that escape square, so these kind of checks are never possible. White to move. Okay, where are we? What have we got? We've got check with the queen. And then I guess we keep checking because the rook keeps us protected. Fantastic. So that is 18. Let's keep this going. I knew I was going to end up with one like this. So we don't take the dark squared bishop. I'm thinking we take the light squared bishop and call it a day and celebrate. Is it too obvious, or is that a 400 difficulty puzzle? I feel like we just take the bishop, and I'm potentially looking for something that's not there. Because after we take the bishop, the queen can still escape, and she's protecting the pawn if need be. Oof. I just don't trust the easy ones. One more and we graduate to the next level. This is it. Black to move, and is it just a string of back rank mates with my rook currently on c8? I think it could be. Queen blocks, then rook blocks. And there we have it. 20 puzzles, correct in a row, rated 400, I think it was to 900, wasn't it? Great. We can go on to the next stage in our next video. Appreciate that. I hope you got them all right as well. And I'm sure, well, they are most definitely going to get a lot more difficult. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.